Largest prize in women's golf goes to Jeeno Thitikul.
She wasn't supposed to be.
She was never expected to be the one celebrating. All season, Jeeno Thitikul played steady. Quiet golf solid but never spectacular. Critics called her boring. Fans doubted her killer instinct. Yet when the richest event in women's golf ended, she held the trophy and chaos erupted. Rumors spread that the math was wrong. She won by accident, trended worldwide, turning one quiet victory into the LPGA's most explosive controversy in years.
Way to end the season than with a win from the world number one, Jeeno Thitikul.
Incredible. I mean, like, incredible, extremely happy for sure to be able to, defend the titles.
And an unreal par save on 14.
That is a great looking shot. Pretty much what she did last year.
Help short. Don't think she can carry that right bunker today.
Jeeno Thitikul goes back-to-back at the CME Group Tour Championship, playing like there was never a doubt.
Jeeno Thitikul didn't enter professional golf as some viral teenage superstar or social media phenomenon. She wasn't hyped as the next big thing. Instead, she built her reputation the hard way, through steady, disciplined consistency. While other players chased 300-yard drives and highlight reel miracle shots, Jeeno focused on smart, strategic golf. Fairways, clean putts, high-percentage decisions. But in a sport obsessed with excitement and viral moments, her style made her easy to overlook. Analysts rarely mention her in predictions, calling her solid but not the story. Fans favored louder personalities and risk-takers. All season, she hovered near the top but never commanded attention. Yet, while everyone watched the flashy players, Jeeno was quietly developing something far more dangerous, unshakable mental toughness. And that calm, calculated approach was about to collide with the most controversial moment of the 2025 season.
Can you believe that you're the world number one?
Nope. I'm still okay. I can't believe it. I'll just, every day I just remind myself as a kid, just to, being on the LPGA tour, not imagine about the ranking on the world number one in my head at all, to be honest. But I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening, but there it is. Where are we now?
That quietly consistent 2025 season wasn't grabbing major headlines, but it was building towards something explosive. While other players were winning majors, staging dramatic comebacks, and delivering highlight reel moments that went viral, Jeeno Thitikul was doing something far less flashy, but far more dangerous, performing at an elite level every single week. She was never the star of the broadcast, never the center of drama, just relentlessly steady golf that kept stacking results. Online, fans built a narrative around her. She's great, but not a superstar. She's consistent, but not clutch. She hovers near the top, but she doesn't close. Meanwhile, players like Miyu Yamashita, Lilia Vu, Rose Zhang, and Minji Lee dominated the spotlight. Their wins were emotional, dramatic, and unforgettable. Next to that excitement, Jeeno seemed like the reliable player who'd always contend, but might never seize the biggest moment. Even analysts questioned whether her measured, strategic style could withstand championship pressure. The CME format, they argued, rewarded bold, aggressive play, something she wasn't known for. But narratives are easy to build when people aren't paying attention. And in 2025, most of the golf world missed the truth. While they were watching the stars, she was quietly assembling the exact kind of season that could turn the finale into chaos. To understand why that chaos erupted, you have to understand the one tournament golf fans love to hate, the CME Tour Championship. It's the richest event of the year, with a massive $7 million purse, but also the most controversial. The points reset means an entire season of dominance can vanish in one weekend, while a consistent player can leapfrog superstars and claim the title. Heading into 2025, the debate was louder than ever, and Jeeno walked into the finale position perfectly right in that sweet spot where the reset could work in her favor. Some said the system rewarded her consistency. Others said it gave her an edge she didn't earn. But no one expected how this already divisive format would explode when Championship Sunday arrived.
the good life that I have right now, and to, be able to do the job that I love, and then to have the people that love me no matter who I am or no matter what's happened. It's really, I appreciate it.
When the pressure finally hit the field on Championship Sunday, the tournament didn't unfold like any normal season finale. It immediately descended into complete chaos. The leaderboard shifted after almost every hole. Players who looked unbeatable on Saturday suddenly cracked under pressure, making costly mistakes. Others surged forward with unexpected scoring runs that shattered every prediction. And from the very first tee shot, one thing became crystal clear. Nobody, not the fans, not the commentators, not even the analytics teams, actually knew who was winning. TV commentators struggled to keep up. One insisted Miyu Yamashita was still on track to lock down the season title. Another claimed Rose Zhang had surged ahead after her late birdie streak. A third argued the math still favored Lilia Vu if she could keep a steady finish. Meanwhile, social media was melting down. Fans were posting screenshots of TV graphics displaying completely different leaders. Golf accounts were posting contradictory updates. Some viewers became convinced that 3 different players were leading the championship at the same time. As pressure mounted on the final holes, the confusion only grew. Several of the season's biggest stars players who had dominated headlines all year started making uncharacteristic mistakes. A bogey here, a missed putt there, and suddenly the entire field slipped into unpredictability. Every shot reshaped the standings. Every update contradicted the last one. The more the broadcast tried to clarify, the more confusing it became. And right in the center of this storm, Jeeno Thitikul did exactly what she had done all season long. She stayed calm, par after par, smart choices, no panic, no risk she didn't need. Her performance wasn't flashy or dramatic, but in a field collapsing under pressure, her steadiness became a weapon. Yet because the scoring format was so complex, nobody realized what was unfolding. While Jeeno quietly climbed toward the top, TV graphics kept featuring other players. Fans believed someone else was leading until the very final moments. So when the dust finally settled and Jeeno's name appeared at the top of the official standings, the golf world absolutely erupted. Within seconds, Twitter exploded. Reddit threads lit up. Fan pages posted screenshots insisting something was wrong. Viewers swore they'd seen different leaders minutes earlier. Some argued Yamashita should have mathematically won. Others were convinced Rose Zhang only needed a par on 18. A few insisted Minji Lee's finish should have secured the title. Nothing was confirmed, but confusion spreads fast, especially with scoring format fans already distrust. Then came the theories. Fan-made statistics pages posted alternative calculations that didn't match the official results. Blogs argued broadcast projections were flawed. Viral posts suggested Jeeno was accidentally crowned champion due to a system glitch. TikTok creators broke down the final holes with captions like, "Did the LPGA make a mistake?" Because the CME format is notoriously confusing even for dedicated fans, these theories felt believable. Within an hour, phrases like CME confusion and points controversy were trending across golf communities. And this controversy was a perfect fuel for critics who had doubted Jeeno's approach all season. They argued she wasn't dominant enough. They pointed to Yamashita's breakthrough wins, Zhang's electrifying play, and Vu's clutch moments, claiming those were the players who deserved the season title. Jeeno, they said, didn't have a signature victory. Instead, she simply waited for others to falter. They insisted the points reset artificially inflated her position and rewarded consistency over true dominance. The criticism intensified when fans looked closely at her victory celebration. Her reaction was calm, measured exactly who she'd been all year. But in the middle of controversy, that composure was misread. Clips circulated of her checking the scoreboard with a steady expression. Fans claimed she looked confused or surprised. Some argued she didn't even know she'd won until officials told her. Her natural calmness, normally praised, became evidence for those convinced something was wrong. But while the internet was drowning in theories and emotions, the truth behind the chaos was far simpler than anyone wanted to believe.
This season you have 13 top 10s, 2 wins, 4 runner-up finishes, you're leading the race to the CME Globe and scoring average, and you're also the Rolex Rankings world #1. How much fun are you having right now?
It's so fun. I just really like my life right now. Yeah, if you're playing a good golf, you most really enjoyable and fun.
When all the noise finally calmed down, the truth behind the controversy turned out to be far simpler than what the internet had created. There was no scoring glitch, no computer malfunction, and no last-minute correction. The CME point system had functioned exactly the way it was designed to. It rewards strong season-long performance combined with excellence in the finale, and that's exactly where Jeeno succeeded. The confusion started with the broadcast projections, which constantly shifted as players finished their final holes. These projections are estimates, not official standings, and they often fall apart when a chaotic championship round has multiple contenders still on the course. Add the LPGA's notoriously complex points reset format, which even longtime fans struggle to follow, and the perfect storm for misunderstanding was created. As the pressure mounted, top players began making costly mistakes. Jeeno didn't. Her calm, mistake-free performance aligned perfectly with what the finale structure rewards. When the final groups finished, the official math placed her at the top fairly, cleanly, and without controversy. But the moment confusion hit social media, the narrative spun out of control. Fans questioned the reset system, analysts argued over projections, and critics resurrected old doubts about her lack of dominance. Suddenly, her victory wasn't just surprising, it became the center of a debate about what makes a deserving champion. Her composed celebration added fuel to the fire. Instead of reading it as her usual calm personality, viewers interpreted it as uncertainty, even disbelief, and used it as evidence that something had gone wrong. But Jeeno didn't win by accident. She played pressure-proof golf while others collapsed. The controversy says more about the format than it does about her. Now, with the spotlight finally on her, every shot next season will shape her legacy. And if she wins again, it won't just silence the critics, it will redefine her place in the sport.